It's something different every day. It's never going to be the same thing. Today we were scanning for our soil borings, detecting any utilities that ran through the boring locations we would mark out. They're basically testing the soil density and the strength of the soil. They call us out to make sure that there's no utilities that run through the boring locations. That way when they drill, they're not going to hit any utilities. Like they're drilling 15 feet, which they'll probably build piers for the building site about 7 to 8 feet deep. So they got to make sure that everything's good down below. So typically when I first arrive to a site like this, I'll walk around, see if I can see if there's any known utilities. But once I stepped onto the site, I realized that there's really nothing known. So right now I'm doing like a 10-foot radius around the soil boring location with passive modes. No, it was starting to pull me that way, so it was pulsating. So once it pulsates and starts pulling me that way, I know it's not going to be anything that's...
What's causing that pulsation?
Honestly, it could be like multiple reasons. Sometimes like if I'm close to a power line, like overhead power lines, it'll cause interference. And then after I finish scanning, or at least doing the first part, I put the company, my initials, date, and which boring it is. Once I do the GPR over each spot, I'll put a check mark to indicate that I've GPR'd it and finished scanning it, and that's clear. So like if it's rough terrain like this, it'll be kind of like bouncy data, especially like thick grass like it is now. It's hard to see things. It'll pick up just trash and stuff like that under the ground. And I like to, when I'm doing these soil borings and I'm doing the GPR, what I like to do is when I'm taking my pictures at the end, I like to include the GPR. That way the client knows, okay, so they did actually use the GPR. Because there have been times where I've heard people say that they've questioned them by not using the GPR or using the GPR. I like to cover my back. I'd scoot over a little bit. You're gonna be in the picture. There was really nothing that was located, mainly because it's undeveloped. So there's nothing that was there previously, or if there was something there, everything was removed and demolished and taken away before. We offer many services that a lot of companies can't, specifically SiteMap, an app or like a interactive map basically of everywhere that we've located, and the clients can access that SiteMap and see on a KMZ and basically on the SiteMap itself what we located previously. And so a lot of companies, they can't offer that. The clients that consistently call me, they know what they're going to expect and what my standard is every time I step on a job site. It's something different every day. It's never going to be the same thing.